Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your Starstruck Tarot General Reading. We're going to pull 8 cards for you, and then we're going to pull clarifiers at the end to figure out the full scope of what is going on for us right now. I have a cheat sheet down below, so you can look according to your rising or sun sign if you don't know your rising, where this Scorpio full moon honed in your chart. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you trusting me with your cards. Okay, we have the Hermit off the bat. This could be you either in a Hermit mode or coming out of a Hermit mode. We have the High Priestess reverse. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it looks like there's like some kind of inner battle that's going on here that you know you need to walk away from something, but it's like very difficult for you to walk away from it. It might just be like something that you're so used to having in your life that you are uncomfortable with even the idea of walking away from it. But you're going to be seeing things from a new perspective, which you're going to change things. You're going to make a decision about this. And so far it looks like it's going to be beneficial. Let's pull 2 more cards and then we'll get like the fuller scope once we pull the clarifiers. These cards are just flying out. Okay. Yeah, it looks like you're letting go of a lot of things. Not in a bad way, good way. In a good way. But this is still all going to be a process, whatever this is. But it looks good. It looks good so far. It looks like you're making the right decision. So we have the Hermit here. Okay, like look into yourself. Look into yourself. See what's up. Like little solo journey, right? Like check in. Check in with yourself. And maybe you've been doing this for a while, or maybe this is just like advising you to do it, right? But it looks like you need to take action on something. We had the Devotee of Wands, who was like a bad bitch. Who is a bad bitch? Gets shit done, is master of their domain, like really is aware of what they want and how to execute things. And maybe like coming out of this Hermit mode, that's who you are now. You're like, I'm aware of what I need. I'm aware of what I want, and I'm aware of what I'm capable of. And I am going forth knowing this. Let's pull another clarifier or 2 to see what's up with that. Okay. All right. We have the Nine of Wands reverse. It's like, but also don't forget what got you here. There may have been some valuable lessons along the way that you need to keep in mind before you just like go forth with all this bad bitch energy, right? Ooh, we have the Sun, which is like you have literally been in a metamorphosis. You have been in a metamorphosis, and now you're just like ready to bloom out into the world into a freaking butterfly, right? Like you've been doing all that work in order to get like your huge glow up moment, in order to come out as something completely different, to come out as something completely new. But it looks like things aren't going to be like, not everything is going to fall into your favor. It looks like some things are still going to be like a little troubling or not work out. As well as you would hope. We have the 7 of Pentacles, which is like all, you know, you reaping the fruits of your labor. But whatever, you know, you're using this basket, which like should work, or bag, whatever, that should work. But this pentacle is like seeping through. It's like, don't forget your values. Don't forget your values. Like, yeah, go confidently back into the world, but don't forget your values. Don't forget who got you here, okay? Don't forget who got you here. We have a perfect match. We have the Devotee of Wands and the Master of Wands. Ooh, I love that. Oh, and then we have the Master of Swords. I feel like you're like really on this huge glow up. Like you're like, okay, I know what I have to do, and like I need to just like really think about what I'm gonna do, not get stuck in my head, think about what I need to do very rationally, and just do it. And just do it. We have the 10 of Pentacles, but it's reverse. I feel like you are also resisting asking for help here, because we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is like such an amazing card, right? But there's more people here. There's more people that are involved here. So either you're refusing to ask for help when you need it, or you're just like forgetting where you came from. You're forgetting where you came from. Because this 10 of Pentacles card is also, okay, let me show it to you right side up. To me, it's also like your adult self, your teenage self and your baby self, like your child self. So it's like, don't forget all the healing you've done. Don't forget where you've come from. Don't forget any of the stuff that you learned in this stage, because it's really going to help you. I feel like when you're like, okay, I'm ready to do all of this and I'm going forth, like you might lose a little bit of your spiritual practice. You're going to lose sight of a lot of the stuff that you were learning here and honing in on here. But you're kind of losing that practice a little bit. You're just like, I gotta go, and like I'm not gonna think as much as like my spiritual self, and feeding that. And that's just like unfortunate, because that can also really help you. Let's put a couple clarifiers on that and let's see what's going on. Again, thank you for being here. Like this video, please. It helps me so much for you to like the video. Leave me a comment. You don't even have to leave me anything wild. You can just say thank you. I don't even know I don't think I've ever gotten a comment on a Gemini reading. If you give me a comment on Gemini reading, I would be so happy. I would be so happy. Sometimes I'm like, should I even do these readings? Yeah, we have the star here. This is like the healing card. Like, make time for yourself here too. Like, yeah, you have to make time to pave. I need both hands. Time to pave the way, but also don't forget to like give into yourself. Like, don't just give into the world around you, also give into yourself, okay? Like, don't. Back here, you might be like, all I did was give into myself. I'm ready to just like go out into the world now. And it's like, yeah, great. But also, don't forget number one here. Don't forget number one. Okay. The Devil reverse. It's like you're going to let go of something really toxic here. And that is just like, yes, I love that for you. Ooh, I need to drink water. Bad. I'll pull one more card and then I'll drink water. Okay. What is this? Master of Cups. It's like, drink fucking water. Okay, here we go. Wow, 7 minutes in and we're only on the second card. Whew. Amazing. Quite the read already. Okay, so yeah, it's like heal yourself. Heal yourself. Like, don't forget to also make time for yourself too, right? And in doing that, you're letting go of some kind of like really toxic trait. Something used to really bind you to where you were like, I can't do both. I can't just give out into the world and give to myself too. I either have to just hermit or freaking do get out into the world. But it's like you have to find that balance, and that balance is like something that's very new for you. It's something that's very new for you. But once you figure out that balance, like, look, this is also balance. Like, I'm pouring water back and forth here. You know, I'm not just pouring into one thing. Like, after I pour it this way, I'm going to pour it that way. Like, this is a balance. This is a balance. Yeah, let's see where that takes us. We have the 8 of Cups, but it's reversed. So this way, it's like walking away from something. This way, it's like, it's either you're not walking away from something, or you're like avoiding a disappointment. So this card is like, yeah, you're walking away, but you're also disappointed. It's not like you're walking away like all proud and you're like, okay, yeah, I did that. You're walking away and you're like, well, that sucked. But it's reversed. So it's like you might be avoiding a disappointment. Let's find out. Oh my goodness. Ooh, the Hermit reverse. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever gotten the Hermit twice in a reading. Okay, we're going to take that. Let's see. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I feel like because it's so difficult for you to balance these two things, you might be tempted to just hermit again. You might be tempted to just hermit again. You're like, should I just go back there? Should I just go back to where I was comfortable? I don't know. Like, I don't know how to actually balance this out. I have to do one or the other. But it's like, it's going to be a challenge, okay? We have these wands, like these actions that are getting you across You're using them as a bridge. It's getting you across to safety, away from this snake, but it's reversed. Like, this is going to be a challenge. This is going to be a challenge for you, but it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off. We have the 10 of Cups. This is like ultimate wish fulfillment. Ultimate wish fulfillment. Look at you. You're like, yes, I freaking did this. Look how hard I worked. And check it out. Check it out. I have this rainbow here. All these cups. Yes. Like, I worked so hard with all this water and all these cups to get here. To have this amazing wish fulfillment, right? But this only happens by taking action. But taking action from a softer standpoint. Here you come in a little too strong with the Devotee and the Master of Wands. And then once you learn to take it down a couple notches just to the goof, because I think it goes goof, seeker, Devotee, and then Master, right? In this deck. So once you like take your action back just a little bit, it gives you room to also fill your cups. So it's like, yeah, take action, but don't do everything all at once, okay? Like, ration your energy amongst yourself and what you're doing. We have the Hanged Man. It's like you need to see things from a new perspective, or to see things as they actually are instead of being like delusional about them. Let's put some clarifiers on. The last couple readings, my cat was here. I wonder how those readings are going to go because my cat was like right. I have a big cat. My cat was like right there. Okay. Okay. We have the Fool, which is amazing. I love that. And then we have the Devotee of Pentacles. So seeing things from a new perspective. You know what? Actually, we're going to put a door on that. Seeing things from a new perspective, or for what they really are, is going to help you embark on this new journey, right? This is the Fool. This is the card that's at the very beginning of the deck. This is the beginning of the journey. And then we have the Devotee of Pentacles. This is like, I'm giving birth to abundance. I wonder if I need to turn this up. Somebody in one of the past readings was like, the volume's not loud enough. That should probably be a lot better. So sorry if you couldn't hear well enough earlier. I wonder how, yeah, that's going to turn up. Okay. This is you like giving birth to something new. This is you giving birth to some kind of new abundance. This is you sticking to your values. Let's... And look at this, like, this person looks like they've spent some time with themselves. This person looks like they've spent some time taking care of themselves. Hello? Card come out. Woo! Okay, 2 cards came out. Let's read them. Okay, here's your first door. Yay. And here's your second door. This is like a doorway. It's not really a door, but look, someone looks stoked to be in there. Yes! It says yes! Kiss the ground and touch the sky. Your soul is set now to leap and to fly. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. And then the Sacred Lotus, compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. I think that you see the value in like having this delicate balance. I feel like you see the value within yourself, and seeing the value within yourself is helping you give birth to all these new opportunities. Yeah, and this has been like a long journey to get here, but you're freaking here, and congrats. You have spent so long, oh brother, you have spent so long thinking about something, right? And your thoughts just really thinking about something. But since this is reversed, it's like you're done. You're done thinking about that. You're done thinking about that. You're not just sitting on things any longer. You're like, okay, I know what I know now, and I'm going to go out into the world with what I know now. Oh, why am I doing this deck? Oh my God. Hee hee. Okay, these cards, yeah. They're like, this is the deck. Yeah, it's like you're walking away from something. Oh my God. Yeah, look. So before we had the Eight of Cups, and check that out. It's like disappointment, right? And then now we have the Eight of Cups, and you're like walking away from it standing tall. Well, maybe not all the way tall, but taller than this, right? You're like, woo, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, I'm moving on with what I know now. We have the Two of Swords, like you need to make a decision about something. You're being transparent about something. Whereas before you might have just been stuck in your head, and now you're like, you know what, let's chop off the top of my head. Let's dissect this. Let's see, where do I go from here? I need to make a decision and maybe cut something out. We have 2 swords, 1 sword, 2 sword. Cut something out. We have the Master of Pentacles, which is beautiful because we have the devotee here. So we have the Master of Pentacles. This is amazing. It's like you really have figured out like your worth and what you value out of this whole journey. You're not a prisoner to your own battles anymore. Like before, you would let like people come at you, or you would let even yourself come at you and like brew in your head, which is like, yes, very Gemini. But now you're not doing that anymore. Before you even might have been like, woe is me, but you're like, no, not woe is me. Woe is what? Woe is what? Woe is what? We have the Seeker of Swords. It's like, okay, all these new little opportunities are coming for me. Like before, I used to maybe be a prisoner of my thoughts. Now I'm enlightened by my own thoughts. Like this person is smiling and they're looking at everything in their brain. They're like, wee! Yay! It's like you're so much healthier now, mentally. You're so much healthier now. You've done all this like work to get to this amazing place. We have the Seeker of Pentacles reverse, and then we have the Three of Wands reverse. I feel like you're able to see the bigger picture now, whereas before you would maybe just focus on one end and maybe just like nitpick at one end, which would greatly, you're like blowing fire there. That'll greatly affect everything else, and now instead of doing that, because this is reverse, you're seeing the bigger picture and how your little actions will affect the big picture instead of just honing in tunnel vision into one little thing. We have the Seeker of Pentacles, but it's reverse. This is like you moving out into the world, seeking what you value and everything, but because it's and you're on like a snail, but because it's reverse, I feel like instead of like going snail mode, you're like, I'm just going out there. Not even snail mode. I'm just like, woo! And I'm going after what I value. And we have the Four of Pentacles here. This is a card of like, okay, like mine. This is all mine. I have my feet on what I value. I have my arm, like everything is just like, you're like almost like a hoarder mentality, but you're kind of like, for lack of a better saying, you're like kind of like let go, let God. Like, I've learned so much about everything that's going on. I'm just kind of trusting the universe in this. I'm trusting that it'll take me somewhere that I need to be. And even if it's a struggle, I have the tools. That I need to get there. I have the tools that I need to get to wherever I'm going. Whatever obstacles come out, I know that I'm going to be prepared for them. Whereas before, you might have not felt that way. You felt like you had to just like... seek inward, and just like you had no time for anything else. You're like, no, I can't. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, we have the Empress reverse. We have the Six of Wands reverse, Two of Cups reverse, and the Lovers. Interesting. Okay, the Empress reverse is like... The Empress reverse is like, there's like this major glow up here, but it's just like kind of being blocked. And I think it's being blocked by like, there's like some kind of opportunity that's going to be coming here, but I think you're going to be kind of a little stuck in your head, or you're going to let your saboteur get the best of you. See the little saboteur? It's like that lives in your brain. It's like, hey, you can't do this. Hey, you don't deserve this. Hey, this isn't for you. And this person is like challenging it. And it's like, no, I got you and I won and I'm now in charge of my thoughts. But this is reverse. So it's like you are maybe letting something in here still dictate everything that you're doing. And that's just like not it, right? And so because of that, you aren't able to see eye to eye with yourself. You're not able to see eye to eye with yourself. Like your body's here and like your spirit is over here, your mind is over here, right? I guess maybe the same thing. And this is like a very like I see you, you see me card, but it's reverse. Like you're having trouble doing that because you're letting this little saboteur energy run the show. But I think you just kind of like have to open yourself to love, like loving yourself and like trusting your gut, because we have the Lovers here, right? This is like such an amazing card. Or maybe even just asking for help. Maybe even just asking for help. But I think that there is some emotional connection that needs to be made here. Not everything can be just rational. There needs to be a little emotional investment as well to get you to where you need to. And that's going to take some patience on your part. That's going to take some patience on your part. You just learned all this stuff and you're like, maybe I don't. Okay. When we learn all these things, we think, oh, well, what else do we have to learn? You know, after like so much learning of this, you're just like, oh, I don't need to learn anything for a while. But it's like, okay, yeah, you still need to learn how to balance everything out still. And that's going to be a process. That's going to be a process for you. Let's put a clarifier or two on that. Okay, it's going to be a process, right? We have the Four of Swords here. It's going to take some thinking to get through, but it's going to take like rational thinking. It's not going to take like, ooh, I'm sabotaging everything, like I'm overthinking. It's going to take thinking, not overthinking, okay? Here you go. More overthinking, like making problems for yourself, making freaking problems for yourself. It's like just because this is happening slower than you want it to doesn't mean that it's a problem. This is a process. This is a process. The Emperor reverse. This is like, okay, after all of this, it's like you're going to feel a little discouraged. You're going to feel a little discouraged, but it's like, don't be discouraged. Like, this is a process. You got this. Like, this inner little, like, glowing daddy or mommy, like, ooh, yeah, I'm doing everything that I need to in order to get shit done here is within you. But you're, like, letting things get in the way. You're letting things get in the way here. This little, like, devil, this little bad voice. And it's like, you can't do that. Just be open to love, be open to new opportunities, be open to loving yourself, and like really things are gonna fall in line with patience. And the tide comes and goes. Okay, it's not always easy. Literally the infinite symbol, the tide comes and goes. Okay, these are just phases. Even if things are hard, they do get easier, I promise. Okay, we're going to pick a card from the Pixkins Daily Inspiration deck. Cool. Here we go. Please like this video. Leave me a comment. Please, please, please. Leave me a comment. Please, please, please. And subscribe if you haven't. Please. Okay, learning a new way to think helps you master a new way to be. That is so you. That is so you from this reading. Learning a new way to think helps you master a new way to be. Learning a new way to think. Like... not just thinking, not overthinking, okay? Just thinking, not overthinking. That's your little mantra right now, okay? I will see you in another 2 weeks with your love reading. If you can't wait, I posted a love reading 2 weeks ago for every single sign. Check that out. Or you can look at the Venus, your Venus sign in this series that I did, and that'll help you get a better scope of what's up for you in love. I will see you in another 2 weeks with your love reading, and I love you so much, Gemini. XOXO.